Hey, happy Thursday, everybody, and welcome to another Chamber Check-In episode from Idaho's only five-star accredited chamber. And today I have Fernando Perez. He's the manager at Garibaldi's Mexican Restaurant in Garden City. Hi, Fernando.
Hey, Paul, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thanks for carving out
Of
some
course.
time with me today to help share the Garibaldi's Mexican restaurant story, share a little bit about you and your team. We recently cut a ribbon for the restaurant, and you've been doing your grand opening ceremonies. You had the mariachi band. Uh, there was a lot of people there, and you're serving up the great hospitality that Garibaldi's is known for. Uh, Fernando, these chamber check-ins are great ways of sharing our member stories, their products, services, and I love sharing about the people. So why don't we start with that, Fernando? Tell us a little bit about you and what your role is with Garibaldi's, and a little bit about the family background.
Yeah, of course. I'd love to. Me being the second born son of Jose, the main guy here, I have a little bit different role than everybody. I'm just basically the guy. When something's needed, they call me. If like whether my brother, who's the general manager here, he needs a manager, he needs a server. That's what I'm due. So we really, it's a really family oriented business here. We try and stay away. We try and keep traditional as much as possible. Try and keep it family, the family ties strong. So what I do here is I just try and be the best lead possible, best example possible for the servers here. That way they can bring the service that everyone expects when they go to a Mexican restaurant. Whether it's the hospitality, whether it's the knowledge of the food, whether it's the background. The Spanish speak bilingual is a big thing here, so practicing the Spanish words. So that's all what I try and do here. Just try and make sure that the servers, everyone here, has a chance of being successful at the task at hand.
That's awesome, Fernando. For those that don't know, tell us a little bit about the Garibaldi's family story. There's some restaurants in Twin. So, and I don't want to steal your thunder. So, bring us up to speed. Help me share what the Garibaldi's Mexican restaurant story is.
Yeah, of course. All right, it's pretty long, but I'll try and shorten it down as much as possible to get the whole details in there though. It started off when my mom and dad met. They started working off in restaurants across different places like Boise, Seattle, wherever they would move at the time. So once they finally had the chance to settle down and into their own kind of business, they located themselves to Twin Falls, Idaho. And then my mom was born in Mexico City, where there is a plaza there named Garibaldi's Home Mariachis. So that's where we get the name from originally. So they opened the first Garibaldi's in Twin Falls, very small restaurant. Started off in 1994, did pretty well. The first couple years didn't really start getting successful until that fourth year. That's when they were able to acquire new buildings, move into a bigger building. They opened Jerome, I want to say, back in 1999 or 2000. So that was the second location. It spread out to Nampa. Fortunately, Nampa didn't go our way, unfortunately. Just sometimes it doesn't go. But, we've had one in Elko that's been operating for about 5 years now. So we saw how Boise was growing, how Garden City was moving as a community, how it's moving in a new direction. We wanted to be part of that community, so we came over to Garden City, talked to some family that happened to own the same building we are now, and just started off from scratch there. But it wouldn't have happened without um, the past that my mom and dad were able to do, the teams they were able to bring together, and the recipes, then for the helpful hands of each community that they started the restaurant in. They were integral in the business succeeding. So we couldn't be there without all the people who were there to be super helpful.
So, Garibaldi's Boise is the fourth.
It's the fourth right now, fourth run.
Wow. And it plans to expand?
Hopefully, yeah. We just love sharing our food with everybody. So we love seeing the smiles we bring on people. My favorite part personally is when you have people who bring in the younger generations, and then when they grow up they bring in their younger generation. So it's a great thing. The family thing isn't just in with the staff, it's with our guests as well, and that they share their experiences with their family. That's what brings us joy the most.
I'm glad you mentioned the guest's experience. I want you to help us understand what your guests experience when they walk in the front doors of the Garibaldis in Garden City.
So what we were planning was just to bring the authentic taste of Mexico. So like even with the architecture, with the music, with the smell of the food, the look of the drinks, everything was just to make it as authentic as possible. So we just want people to experience like walking into like a Mexican home, a Mexican restaurant, and like basically going to their grandma's house, where she cooks up nice home recipes, makes you feel better about everything going on. We just want people to experience a nice atmosphere, to where they're not even thinking they're in Garden City anymore. They're thinking they're in a little vacation. So that was the whole point for that. We just expect guests to come in and have a great time. Our happy hours from 3 to 6 every single day. Buy one get one off drinks. We have a great selection of seafood platters. Asada plates. Fajitas are absolutely to die for here, especially the ribeye fajitas. But the main thing for my guests are that I just want them to have an enjoyable time. So as long as they enjoy, matter if it's just getting drinks, stopping by, getting some dessert. Our desserts very good here. My favorite thing about this place. Um, so whether just being a date night, a quick stop to the bar, getting some pickup food, we just want them to experience a little taste of Mexico. That's our main goal.
Well, you can experience that walking in. The hospitality is elevated. When we came in to do your official ribbon cutting for the event, your dad, Jose, you mentioned him. It was just, and Rocio, your mom, they were just welcoming everyone with open arms. And I love that about your culture, your family's culture, and your team's culture there at the restaurant. You couldn't miss it when you get in there, right? And tell us a little bit about your team. You mentioned some of your cooks and your wait staff. Tell us the experience you have in your team.
So, most of the people we have front of the house are actually like people we've known most of our lives, whether it be in friends, family. We're people that we entrusted to bring a certain environment, certain hospitality, to the restaurant. So that was the main focus when bringing in people, bringing in team members. Was just that they have to love what they do here, and absolutely they do. They come in with a smile on their face. They leave with a smile on their face. They come in and work extra hard. They make sure everyone is comfortable. They'll be the nicest possible. They're just some of the most fantastic group of people you met. And the cooks back here are just amazing. They get the food to exactly however they people want. Don't Nothing is too challenging for them. They love cooking. They love when a plate comes out, presentation wise, so they can take a picture of it. They love their own work, and so that's what you want. And when you find a team, is people who can come in, bring smile on other people's faces, including team members and guests. And that's what our goal was here, was just to find people who basically love what they do. They want to just improve on what they can, and just make sure everyone has a great time. And so we have to thank them here. They do absolutely amazing. We couldn't be here without them, and they know that. They come in and work harder each and every day.
All right. I'm so glad that you have the passion for your team and they have the passion for coming to work every day because that's the most important thing. You mentioned your food being photographic.
Oh yeah, yes.
And I saw it on your website today when I was peering through. Rad Photography was there at our ribbon cutting, and they were taking some pictures. I think it was a molcajete bowl, and there's this salsa trio that you have, and it was just gorgeous. The presentation, it's making my mouth water actually. Tell us about some of the food. You mentioned a little bit about the menu, but when I was looking at the menu online and sharing it with my wife for us to come and have dinner, it's very extensive. There's a lot to choose from, especially the cocktail menu. I think it was 18 pages of your menu, which I thought was amazing. So maybe tell us a little bit about some of your specials and
Yeah.
what you love to do.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. So our signature dish, like you said, is that molcajete loco. It's gonna be that big volcanic rock. Inside is our house secret sauce that we have. Well, first let me start off like this. That volcanic rock, we keep it in the oven all day, so that way it stays nice and hot. Then we put our secret sauce in there, so that way it stays nice and warm. As soon as it touches the bowl, the cheese will go in next and makes it nice. It melts down nice to make it nice and creamy. The asada, the carne asada, the grilled chicken, our shrimp wrapped with bacon, sit on the rim, so that way it stays warm for the entire meal. You can dip it in the sauce, which I personally love to do. It comes with the rice and beans. You get a nice little cactus in there for the garnishes. You get some green onions for the sautéing taste, and then your fried jalapeno for a little bit of spice, just in case you're adventurous. Then your choice of corn and flour tortillas. That's our signature dish. So it does sound like a lot, but once you're eating it, you don't even notice how far you've gone into that bowl. It's very good. Um, One thing that we brought in recently, it is Idaho loves their steak, so we've decided to, we hear the people. We have this 2 pound ribeye bone-in special right now. It's gonna come with the grilled chicken on side and some shrimp skewers as well. Well seasoned. It's the perfect plate for two because you're gonna have enough rice and beans and garnishes for two people as well. And then your choice of flour corn tortillas. So it's the perfect date night plate, in my opinion.
I love it. Okay, you're making me hungry, and I know the listeners are getting hungry. Okay, tell us a little bit about your do you host birthday parties? Do you cater? Tell us what to expect from the holiday season. Can businesses host an event with you? Do you come to businesses? Tell us about that.
Yeah, of course. So, being that this is our first year, we are not overly staffed, so we're not able to cater events. Traditionally, we can do cater orders where we can bring food out to you, but we just can't cater the event ourselves. As far as holiday parties go, we would love to host any holiday party here. We've done tables of 50, groups of 50 here. Probably can't exceed that much just because there wouldn't be the exact, they wouldn't be placed in the exact same area. It'd be more spread out around the restaurant. But a party of 50 we've managed beautifully. We would love to host anything like that size. If it's a holiday party, business party, office party, whatever, we would love to host you guys no matter what. We would make sure that the celebration is there and that
Okay,
you guys have a wonderful time.
I love it. All right, and as we close here, tell us your location for those that don't know, and your hours of operation.
Yes. So our location is going to be 5697 North Glenwood Street, just right across the street from the Boise Hawk Stadium, the fairgrounds. Um, Busy street, but I mean, that brings the people in. I hope people don't get scared of the traffic a little bit. We have plenty of parking, lots of big parking space available
Yes.
for everybody. So our hours are gonna be 11 every day. We open from Monday through Thursday. It's gonna be um, 11 through 9:30, and then Friday, Saturday we close until 10:30. Sundays we close at 9.
Okay, so open 7 days a week, starting at 11 o'clock.
Yes.
You're right across from the fairgrounds and on off of Glenwood.
Yes.
Okay, and authentic Mexican food, family owned, full cocktail menu with all the amazing tequilas. I saw the mezcal from high end to The average blue collar guy can buy a shot of tequila,
Exactly.
make a beautiful cocktail. Um, while I have you for the last minute or so, Fernando, is there anything else you want to educate the public on?
You know, just just wanna not even educate, just just try and tell them that we're a new restaurant in town. There's plenty of other there's lots of places for people to go and eat food at and celebrate the holidays. We just want to just spread the word out there that we're here whenever we want to try some Mexican food. That's the thing. People here in Boise were saying, it's hard to find that Mexican food spot that they are tied to. So that's all we are trying to do is just try and make sure that we find that comfort food for you. Basically, so you just come in, try us out, give us a chance. You might be surprised by what you see or what you eat. So that's all I want to say is just give us a chance and maybe we surprise people.
Awesome. Fernando, I can't thank you enough for taking your time today. I know you're busy, and tell Rodrigo to feel better soon. I know he mentioned to me about 20 minutes before we went live that he has strep throat and he thought he could do it. And he's like, I'll just put my brother on. And
Yeah, it was
Fernando, you've
very
been
last minute,
great.
very last minute. But hey, we move forward. We move forward.
You can be my pinch hitter anytime, Fernando.
I'm there. I'm there. Call me
Okay.
whenever.
Okay. Hey, tell the team to have a great weekend. We'll be in soon again to have a family dinner with y'all. Again, lots of parking right off of Glenwood. Open at 11 o'clock daily. Thanks, Fernando.
Yeah, of course. Thank you, Paul. Thank you for having me.